Social facilitation theory suggests that the presence of others enhances performance on simple tasks, but may impair performance on complex tasks due to increased arousal levels. The Zeigarnik effect, proposed by Bluma Zeigarnik, explains why people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. It suggests that incomplete tasks create tension, motivating individuals to remember them until they're completed. The propinquity effect, also known as the proximity effect, highlights that physical or geographical proximity increases the likelihood of individuals forming friendships or romantic relationships. Gossiping activates the brain's reward system, primarily involving the release of dopamine, which reinforces the behavior and promotes social bonding among individuals. Facial recognition is a fundamental aspect of human cognition, with studies showing that people are more likely to remember faces compared to names due to the brain's specialized processing of facial features. The fundamental attribution error refers to the tendency to overemphasize dispositional factors, personality traits, intentions, and underestimate situational factors when explaining others' behavior. The negativity bias suggests that humans tend to pay more attention to and remember negative information or experiences more vividly than positive ones. This bias likely evolved as a survival mechanism to help individuals detect and avoid potential threats in their environment. The spacing effect, also known as spaced repetition, indicates that distributing study sessions over time enhances long-term memory retention compared to massed practice cramming. The color red has been associated with increased heart rates, heightened arousal, and a sense of urgency. It can evoke strong emotions and reactions, leading to its use in various contexts such as warnings, alerts, and advertising. Eye contact plays a crucial role in communication and social interaction, influencing perceptions of trustworthiness, dominance, and emotional expression. Prolonged eye contact can signal intimacy or aggression, depending on the context and cultural norms. Solomon Asch's conformity experiments demonstrated that individuals are more likely to conform to a group's opinion, even if it contradicts their own judgment, due to social pressure and the desire for social acceptance. The Hawthorne effect refers to the phenomenon where individuals modify their behavior or performance in response to being observed, leading to artificially inflated results in research settings. Cognitive biases are systematic errors in thinking that influence decision-making and judgment. Examples include confirmation bias, availability heuristic, and anchoring bias. Priming is the process by which exposure to one stimulus influences the response to a subsequent stimulus, often occurring unconsciously. For example, priming participants with words related to elderly people can lead to walking more slowly. The mere exposure effect suggests that people tend to develop a preference for things they are exposed to repeatedly, even if they are initially neutral or unfamiliar. The bystander effect occurs when individuals are less likely to intervene in an emergency situation when other people are present, assuming that someone else will take responsibility. The Flynn effect describes the phenomenon of average IQ scores increasing over time, suggesting improvements in cognitive abilities and access to education and technology. The halo effect occurs when an individual's overall impression of someone influences their perception of specific traits or characteristics associated with that person, leading to biased judgments. The bystander effect is influenced by factors such as diffusion of responsibility, social comparison, and pluralistic ignorance, which reduce the likelihood of individuals taking action in emergency situations. Anchoring bias occurs when individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information encountered the anchor when making decisions or judgments, even if it is irrelevant or arbitrary. Learned helplessness refers to a state of passive resignation or apathy that individuals may develop after repeated exposure to uncontrollable or aversive events, leading to a sense of powerlessness and impaired coping abilities. The over-justification effect occurs when providing external rewards for intrinsically motivated behavior diminishes intrinsic motivation, as individuals come to perceive the behavior as instrumental for obtaining rewards rather than inherently enjoyable or meaningful. The spotlight effect refers to the tendency for individuals to overestimate the extent to which others notice or pay attention to their appearance, behavior, or performance in social situations, leading to self-consciousness and anxiety. Social comparison theory suggests that individuals evaluate their abilities, beliefs, and attitudes by comparing themselves to others, which can influence self-esteem, aspirations, and behaviors. The placebo effect can be influenced by factors such as the perceived credibility of the treatment, the authority of the person administering it, and the individual's expectations and conditioning. Conformity can be influenced by factors such as group size, unanimity, and cohesion, with individuals more likely to conform in larger groups or when facing unanimous opposition. Obedience to authority, as demonstrated in Stanley Milgram's obedience experiments, can be influenced by factors such as the legitimacy and proximity of the authority figure, the presence of dissenting voices, and the gradual escalation of demands. Social identity theory proposes that individuals derive part of their self-concept from the groups to which they belong, leading to in-group favoritism, out-group derogation, and group-based behaviors. In-group bias refers to the tendency for individuals to favor members of their own group over those of other groups, leading to prejudice, discrimination, and intergroup conflict. Stereotypes are cognitive schemas or mental shortcuts that influence perceptions, judgments, and behaviors towards individuals based on their membership in certain social groups, such as race, gender, or nationality. The self-concept is a multidimensional construct that includes self-awareness, self-esteem, and self-efficacy, shaped by factors such as social interactions, cultural norms, and personal experiences. Social learning theory, proposed by Albert Bandura, emphasizes the role of observation, imitation, and modeling in the acquisition of behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs, suggesting that learning can occur through vicarious reinforcement and punishment. Implicit bias refers to unconscious attitudes or stereotypes that influence perceptions, judgments, and behaviors towards individuals based on characteristics such as race, gender, or age, even among well-intentioned individuals. The mere presence of others can enhance performance on simple or well-learned tasks due to increased arousal and motivation social facilitation, but may impair performance on complex or unfamiliar tasks due to distraction and evaluation apprehension social inhibition.